this. I have my notepad here. I wrote some notes down. So today's video is going to be about some tips. Online learning is very hard. Like, after all this coronavirus, you know, parents been through it. Because I was there. I've been through it. But I have some tips for you guys. Some tips. So my first thing is, at the beginning, everything is hard. Everything gonna get hard, everything, you know. But as you get through everything, like, you know how to do things, it gets so much easier. So basically, you become experienced at it once you get, you know, to doing everything. My second tip, if your kid needs to use the bathroom, just let him go use the bathroom, him or her. They all, you know, it's gonna make it hard for you if you push them and tell them, no, sit there. But they're gonna be bothering you talking about they need to use the bathroom. So just let them use the bathroom. Tell the teacher, oh, he's gonna go or she's gonna go use the bathroom, and just let them go. My third tip, have their books, crayons, pencils, etc. all right around them, right next to them. I have a video, I'm gonna put it up. My kid, you know, all the books and everything is right next to him. So this is how I have his, like, school, homeschooling. All his books on one side, the computer and everything. All the, like, pencils, markers, crayons, everything on one side. All the folders on one side. All the notebooks on one side. And whenever he needs, he could just grab here, grab from there. And that's it. And I also have this here, which is like for art, all the markers, paint, crayons, everything's there. I also have a printer. I suggest you get a printer because they will be asking to print a lot of things. And then when they finish with school, they just put it right in the backpack and you don't have to deal with nothing. Just put everything right in the backpack. The next morning, do it over again. My daughter is always the same thing. I always do. Every day is the same thing. I put their things right next to them so they don't have to get up. And it makes it more difficult for them to go and look for other things. Oh, I need this. Now I got to get up and look for it. That's my other tip. My third tip, if they need help, just help them out. Don't be like, oh, you know how to do it to yourself. No, please don't. Because that's only going to make it harder. They're going to get stressed. They're going to start screaming. And they're going to start crying because they don't know what to do. You are basically their teacher, so teach them out. They look up to you. You are their parent. They look up to you. So that's my other tip. Tip number 4. If they need a little break, give them a little break. Don't force them to not, you know, just stay there. Just give them a break. I know my son, he has up to 7 o'clock p.m. to do his work. So if he needs a break, I just give him a break. My other thing is I have another tip for the computer. My tip for the computer is I have some eyeglasses. It's called the blue light eyeglasses. I'll put it down in the description. And that would help you guys so much because that won't mess up their eyes. You know how when you are in a computer or watching TV, anything, that helps with the blue light. So I recommend those glasses. My 5th tip is, if your kid is in a Zoom class, don't have things on loud. Do not have things on loud. Oh, you have the TV on loud, you know, or you're talking loud. I've seen it with my own eyes. They get distracted. I seen it with my own eyes and I heard it, and you know, it distracts my kids, so I can imagine other people's kids, it distracts them. The teacher won't call on your kid again just because we can't hear their answer. So the teacher won't call on your kid. Please have silence so he or she can concentrate on what they are doing. Number 5, make sure you are paying attention to your kid. Because if you're not paying attention to your kid, they're not going to do what they're supposed to be doing. I've seen it. Like, I sit next to my kid and I've seen a lot of things. I help my kids out all the time, every day, on remote and all that. But I've seen it with my own eyes. Like, the parents is not next to them, they will do whatever they want. The teacher will tell them to stop, but no, they keep going. They also mess with the chat. They write things on the chat and this and that. The teacher will tell them to stop. They don't stop. So pay attention to your kid. That's my other tip. Number 6, make sure they don't have no toys next to them. Because when they have toys next to them, they'll just play with the toys. Don't have no toys next to them, around them. I mean, you know, if you're doing it in a room, you know, your kid's room, or, you know, they're going to have toys. But just don't put them around them, like in front of them. They're going to play with it. I seen it. Number 7, make sure you take a picture of the assignment. If the teacher needs an assignment, you have to take a picture. Your son or daughter would do it, but then won't take a picture. And then it's marked incomplete. Just because you didn't, you know, your kid didn't send a picture. So please make sure that's my number 1. That should have been my number 1 tip. Like, make sure the assignment turns in. Make sure you do the attendance. Make sure they do the attendance every day. That's another thing. I seen it. Like, a lot of people would go and not do the attendance, but go into Zoom. But then when you go into Zoom, you're already marked absent just because you didn't do the attendance. So that's my last tip. Hopefully you guys take these tips. And, you know, if you don't take it, then, you know, I don't know what to tell you. Do your own tips. But this is my tips. This is what works for me and my family all the time. Every time they have school. So guys, please subscribe, like, hit that bell button, and we'll be back with more. Peace. Oh, bop, bop.